Today in this lecture we are going to learn router configuration using Cisco Packet Tracer application step by step. Before we move to the Cisco Packet Tracer application, let us understand the definition of router. A router is a networking device that forwards data packets between computer networks. Router perform the traffic detecting functions on the internet. Data sent through the internet, such as a web page or email, is in the form of data packet. Let us understand the difference between router and switch. We already have learned the concept of using switch in a network using Cisco Packet Tracer application in some lectures that I have already prepared for you. Let us understand the difference between router and switch. So router and switch both are networking devices. Router work at the network layer and is responsible to find the shortest path for a packet, whereas switch connect various devices in a network. Router connect devices across multiple networks. Router work in network layer, whereas switch work in the data link layer. So at your right you can see the OSI model. So there are 7 layers in OSI model, starting from the physical layer at the bottom, which is known as the first layer, and the application layer at the top of the list, which is the 7th layer in the OSI model. So switch work at the data link layer, that is the second layer just top of the physical layer, and over the data link layer you can see the network layer. Router work at the network layer. So as in other videos, lectures, we have already learned about the concept of switch. In a particular switch we can connect several computers and we can send packet among those computers. But one thing that we have seen, all the computers which were connected in a network must have same networking address. So all the computers in a same network can send data packet among each other. But if we separate the network, that time it was not possible for switch to send data from one system to another system. For that purpose we have to use the router. Let us understand the uses of router by Cisco Packet Tracer application. So here is the Cisco Packet Tracer application. So let us take some computers. Here is the N devices. I will take 4 computers. So I have taken 4 computers. Before using router I will use the switch. So let us understand how the use of router is different from the utility of the switch, which we already have understood in previous lectures. So first I will take 2 switch and I will connect both the computers to this particular switch, and these 2 computers I will connect with this switch. So we will create 2 separate setups. So here is the connection tab. I will take a cable from here. So the straight cable I will use to connect this switch with this computer. So I will take another straight cable and I will plug the one end of the straight cable in this port, that is first Ethernet 02, and another end of the cable I will connect at the LAN port of the computer. So I have connected 2 computers with the switch. Another 2 computers I will connect with this particular switch. So here are 24 ports available in this switch. I will connect the cable to the first port and other end of the cable into the LAN port of the computer. Let us connect this cable with the second port of the switch and LAN port of this computer. So I have connected here. Now I will connect both the switch using cross copper wire. So let me take this cross copper wire. We know that to connect separate kind of devices we have to use cross copper wire. That is why I have taken the cross copper wire from the connection cables. So one end of the cable I will connect to this particular switch, port number 3, and other end of the cable I will connect with the port number 3 of right side switch. So I have connected. Now let me assign static IP for these 4 computers. So I will assign the IP address for this computer. Let me provide the IP address over here, 10.20.30.1. So 10.20.31. So the networking address is 10 and the host address is 20.30.1. So we already have discussed this thing in several lectures before. Let not waste time by repeating those again here. So the network address is same for this computer. Host address, that is 2032, and the host address of this computer was 2030 and 1. So for this computer I will create a separate network 100.100.1. So you can watch, this is a separate network because the network address is 100 for this computer, but the network address for these two computers was 10. So this computer connected to a separate network. So network address for this computer is also 100. So let me write down the network address over here. So 10.20.30.1. So the IP address of this computer was 10.20.30.1. The IP address for this computer is 10.20.30.2. So these two computer IP addresses I have written over here, that will let us to remember later. 100.100.1. So this is the IP address of this computer, and 100.100.100.2, and the IP address for this computer is 100.100.100.2. So it is quite clear that both the setup connected in two separate networks. So the network address for these two computers are 10, and the network address for these two computers are 100. So we can send packet between these two computers, as because both the computers are connected in the same network, and you also can send packet between these two computers because these two computers are connected in the same network. But we can't send packet from computer of this particular network to computer of this network. Why? Because the network address is different. So let me try once more. Again I will try to send a packet from PC1 to PC2. So in progress and failed. So as because the network addresses is not same, we can't send packet. So in this case, to solve this purpose, we need router. So only by using router we can send data packet among different networks. So router will connect different network, and router will let the packet to pass among separate network. That was not possible in case of switch. So that is why we need to use router. So now I will take a router from here. Among those model, let me use this particular model 1841. So I have taken a router. So now I don't need this cable anymore because I will connect router with this particular switch. So router and switch both are not same type of devices, both are separate type of devices, and as we have learned in the theory portion, to connect separate kind of devices we have to use state cable. So now I will take a state cable from the connection tab, and one end of the cables I will connect with the router. So I will connect the cable one end with this port, and another end I will connect here with this fast Ethernet 03. Okay, and to connect the router with this particular switch, I will take another cable. So now one end of the cable I will connect with this particular port. You can see only one port is available. So each and every router there are two interface ports. So one port I have already consumed by connecting this particular switch. Another port I will now connect with this particular switch. So both the switches are now connected with the router. So now what we need to do, we have to configure this router. So we have to access the interface of this router. For that we need a skin. Through that particular skin we can access the interface of the router. So let us take a laptop. So from the end device tab we will take a laptop. So I will drag this laptop. Now I will connect this laptop with the router. So as we have learned in the VLAN portion, that to configure the switch we have taken the console cable. Here also to configure the router we have to use this same console cable. So I will take the console cable from this connection tab, and one end of the console cable I have to connect with the laptop. So this port I have to connect this particular cable. So this is the LAN port. I will not connect the cable in this LAN port because I am not setting up this laptop within a LAN. I have to configure the router, and to configure the router I have to use the console cable. So the console cable that I have already taken from the connection, and one end of the console cable I will connect with this port, that is RS232. Okay, and other end of the console cable I have to connect to this router console port. So through the console port I will be able to access the interface of this router, and once I will be able to access the interface of this router through this particular screen of the laptop, I can configure this router. So let us start configuring the router. So now one thing that we have to understand, that there used to be 2 ports in each and every router. So if I click the router, if I go to this config tab, we can see there are 2 interface ports. So there are 2 interfaces in the router, first Ethernet 00 and first Ethernet 01. So both the port I have occupied by connecting these 2 cables. So the first Ethernet 0 port I have used to connect this particular setup, and the first Ethernet 01 port I have used to connect the right side setup, and both these setup are connected with 2 computers, and you can see the computers are belonging to separate network. So the network address for these 2 computers are 10 and the network addresses for these 2 computers are 100. So we have used this router. Why the purpose of using this router? Because we have to send packet among these computers where these computers are belonging to separate network, and to send packet between 2 separate networks, that is not possible by just using switch, because switch work at the data link layer. So a device of data link layer will be not able to send packet among different networks. Only the networking layer can solve the purpose. So the networking layer of OSI model will be able to solve the purpose, and router is the device that will work at the networking layer of the OSI model, which will connect separate network along together to send packet from one network to another network. So let us solve the purpose. So I will first open the laptop. Here is the laptop. I will go to the desktop menu, then I will open the terminal tab. So all this value, let it be difficult, let it be as it is. I'm not going to change any of the default value. Now I will just click OK. So here you can see this is the interface I'm going to access of the router. So starting with that, continue with configuration dialog box. So first you have to write no. So it is already written in for no. So if you have to answer the question, the setup will ask you whether you would like to continue the setup with the default configuration dialog. So in that case you have to write no. You can also write yes, because in that case if you write yes, there will be lot of steps that we have to follow, because while you will be configuring the router in the default way, so one by one many interface will appear, and that you have to command one by one. So that will take a lot of time. So if you want to work with the specific set of tasks, then it is recommended that we should not go to the default configuration dialog. So that is why you are suggested to provide no. So it is already written no. Let us press the enter. You can watch out a router followed by the greater than symbol. So the router is in disable mode, or you can say now the router is in inactive mode. So first one thing I have to do, that is I have to change the status of this router. For that I will write enable. So this particular command enable, you can use this command. This command will change the status of the router from disable to enable. So you can see now the router is in enable mode. So okay, so the symbol you can see that has been changed, router followed by a hash. So if you see this particular symbol in your terminal, that signifies that the router is now in active mode. So router is enabled or in active mode. Now you can configure this router. So to configure this router, I also have to move to configuration mode. So the command that I will use, configuration terminal. So write down the command in your notebook. To move into configuration mode, you have to use this particular command, configure terminal. So first you have to enable this router by writing enable. After that the router will be in active active mode, and then if you are going to configure the router, you have to move to configuration mode, and for moving to configuration mode you have to use this command configure terminal. So press enter. You can watch now the symbol has been changed, router followed by config hash. So now this symbol signifies that you are in configuration mode. So now we can configure this router. So what configuration we are going to perform here in this router? So let us give a particular name for this router. So the default name of this router was router. Okay, so you can see router, this is the default name of this particular router. I want to change the default name. For doing that, so the command that will be used host name. So host name followed by the name, any name you can give. Let me provide Hunter. So the name I have provided for this router is Hunter. So let me press enter. So observe the default name previously was router. Now the name has been changed to Hunter. So this router will be known as the given name Hunter. Okay, so one thing you can do, that when a user will move out of this terminal, or someone who will move into this terminal in this router, so the user will be shown a particular message, a given message. So you can do that. So for doing that, for alerting user with a particular message, the command that will be used banner MOTD. So write down the command in your notebook, BANNER, banner MOTD, followed by any symbol, any special character. It could be hash, it could be percentage, or it could be anything, but that should be not a number or not alphabet. It should be a special character. So after that special character, you have to provide the message which you would like to show to the user who will use this terminal of this particular router. So any message that is not any specific message. Let me provide the message WELL, welcome friend. So after that, you have to close the message box by the same special character which you have already provided before starting of this message. So again I will write the percentage. So welcome friends. So the message I will provide to each and every user, that is welcome friend. So the command that you have to use, remember the command. So banner MOTD, that will be followed by two special characters, and between the special characters you have to provide the user defined message. So let me press enter. Okay, so let me test it out. So let me move out of this configuration dialog so that I can view the message. So EXIT. So I am moving out from the configuration mode by the command exit, EXIT. So now I am in the active mode. Let me again move out from the active mode, EXIT. Okay, so you can see after I have moved out from the router, this message was shown to me. So welcome friend. So this was the user defined message. So anybody who will just move out from the terminal router, or someone who will just move into the terminal router, they will be shown this particular message. Okay, so now let me again move into the configuration menu. So first I will enable this router. So because this router is now in inactive mode, so I will make it active. Enable. Okay, so I will move on to the configuration option. For that I will write the command configure terminal. Okay, now I am in config mode. So what configuration I will do, let understand. So this particular two port, I will assign IP addresses for this two port. I will assign IP addresses for this two particular port. Remember, so these two port are nothing but interface of this router. So I will access the interface of the router, and after accessing these two interface, I will assign IP addresses to this two particular port. So let me access the interface. So to accessing the interface of the router, the command that will be used, interface followed by the interface name. Let us check the interface name from this router. You can see fast Ethernet 00 and fast Ethernet 01. So let me use this note place to write down one thing over here. So the interface of the router that is connected with this two particular setup. So fast Ethernet 00. Okay, so router, this particular port is connected with this setup, and here 01. So the 01 port of the router is connected with this setup. Okay, let us again continue with the configuration. Okay, so I will first access the 0-0 interface of the router. So this particular interface where these two setup are connected. Okay, you can see. So observe carefully, the symbol has been changed. The symbol in this terminal has been changed. Hunter, that is the name of the router, followed by config, then IF. IF means interface. So I have accessed this interface now. So what I will do, I will assign an IP address. To assign IP address, the command that will be used, IP address, IP space address. Now you have to provide the IP address. So let me provide the IP address 10.0.0.1 followed by the subnet. So we know this is a class A networking IP address. So the default subnet for the class A networking IP address will be always 255.0.0.0. Okay, so I have assigned the IP address for this particular fast Ethernet port. That means I have assigned the IP address for this particular port, and the IP address of this port I have assigned, that is 10.0.0.1. Why 10.0.0.1? Because this is the networking address. So you can watch the networking address of these two computers are also 10. That is why I have also assigned the networking address same for this particular port where these two computers are connected. Okay, so we can see the color of the cable in either end are red because the port of this particular router, this particular port is shut down. So I have to run and open up this port. So to open up this particular port, so I have already accessed this port. that means this port. So I will open up the status of this port. So I will write no shutdown. Write down the command in your notebook, no shutdown. So observe, as I have run open up command for this particular port. So previously this port was shut down. So I have run this no shutdown command to open up the status of this fast Ethernet 00 port of this router. So now you can see the IP address of this router I have already assigned for this particular port is 10001. So this 10001 address will register in the MAC table of this switch for the corresponding port where I have connected this cable. So let us now move out from this interface. To move out from this interface, the command I will use, that is exit. Again I have moved backward to the config mode. So by the exit command I have moved one step backward to the configuration mode. So again from the configuration mode I will access this port. So this port, so for doing that, again I will write the command interface fast Ethernet 0/1. So the name of this particular port is fast Ethernet 01, where these two computers are connected. So let me press enter. So I have accessed the interface, that is fast Ethernet 01, successfully. So now I will assign the IP address. To assign the IP address, the command that will be used, IP address, and I have to now mention the IP address for this particular port. So what could be the IP address? The network of the port must match with the network of all the computers that will be connected over here. So you can see both the computers having the networking address, that is 100. That is why I will assign same networking address for this particular port. So 100 followed by 0.0.1, and the default subnet for this IP address will be 255.0.0.0. So as we have seen, so as per the observation, the first octet of the 32-bit IP address decide that this particular IP address belongs to which networking class. So as we know that class A IP address start from 0 to 126 and 100 is in between that range. So that is why this IP address is also under the class A networking. So that is why the default subnet mask for a class A networking IP address will be always 255.0.0.0. So that is why I have provided this particular default subnet for this IP address. So as I have told you that the port of the router, that is fast Ethernet 01, is shut down. So I have to run the no shutdown command to make this port status to switch on. To switch on the port, I will write down the command no shut down. So this particular command no shutdown will switch on this particular port, which is still shut down by default. So let us press the enter. Now observe, as the port is now switched on, so we can see the color of the port has turned to green, and as I have already assigned the IP address for this particular port, that IP address will get registered in the MAC table of the switch. That is why we can see the other end of the cable which is connected with this port was orange for 50 seconds. Now it has slowly converted to green because this IP address has been registered in the MAC table for the corresponding port successfully. Okay, so let us save the settings. So I will move one step backwards, exit. So now I am in config mode. Again I will move another step backward. So after typing exit, I have moved to enable mode. So all this configuration which we have done so far is saved in temporary memory. So I have to transfer this saved data from the temporary memory to the permanent memory, because once I close the router or once I switch off this router, then all this data will be erased from the temporary memory, because as long as there is electricity or there is power in this particular router, it will save the temporary data. But once the power is switched off from this router, all the temporary data will be erased. To save those data, all the settings that I have made so far are in temporary memory. To save this temporary memory data to the permanent storage, I have to use the command that is write, WRITE. So this write command will write the data from the temporary memory to the permanent storage. So but this particular command will be applied in the active mode. So that is why I have moved from the interface mode to the configuration mode, and from configuration mode to the active mode. So I have moved backward. So this command will not be used in configuration mode. If you write this command in the configuration mode, this particular command will not execute. So okay, so you have to remember, you will apply this command only when you are in just active mode. Okay, press enter. So you can see built-in configuration. So all the temporary data has been written permanently in the permanent storage of the router. So let me move out of this router, EXIT. Okay, so as I have moved out of the router, you can see this welcome friend message has been thrown. We know that this message we have declared this message here using this command banner MOTD followed by two special character, and between those special character we have printed this user defined message. Okay, so let us check. We can watch out over here that the fast Ethernet 00 has been assigned with the IP address that is 10.0.0.1, that is class A network hold the 8-bit space, and the fast Ethernet 01 that is assigned with the IP address 100.0.0.1, that is also a 8-bit network. So the link is up. So now both the port are assigned with IP address. So now another thing we have to do here. So watch, I will open this computer. I will go to the IP configuration menu, and you can watch out default gateway. So I will provide this port address, so the port address of this connected wire, that means fast Ethernet 00 of the router, this port address will be used as the gateway for this to computer traffic. So this address I will provide here. So 10.0.0.1, so this is the address of this particular port. This is the address of this port. So address of this port 10.0.0.1, that I will provide for the gateway. This address will be the gateway for these two computers. This port address will be the gateway for these two computers. And 100.0.0.1. So this is the IP address that I have assigned for this port, fast Ethernet 01. That will be gateway for these two computers. Okay, 100.0.0.1. So this IP address I have provided. You can see for this particular port I have provided the IP address 100.0.0.1. Watch, 10.0.0.1 that I have provided for first Ethernet 00 and 100.0.0.1. That IP address I have assigned for this port, that is first Ethernet 01, and this IP address will be the gateway for these two computers, and this address of this particular port will be the gateway for these two computers. So now we have connected successfully these two setup with this router, where these two setup are connected in separate network. So previously we were not able to send packet from one computer of this setup to another computer of this setup, but now we can send packet. Let us check. You can see successfully we have sent packet from the source PC1 to the destination PC2. Previously, when we have not used the router, by just using switch, this was not possible for us to send packet between separate network. To send packet between separate network, we have to use the router and the gateway. The gateway of the computers will be accessed for the given port of the router. So as I have already discussed, these two port, that means these two port will be used for the gateway access for computer in this total network. So the packet from this network will be passed through the gateway. So this gateway is very important in the concept of routing. So we can see the fast packet was failed, because every time when you will send the fast packet, that will be delayed. So that is why the fast packet was failed. But the second time when I have sent another packet, that was successful. Okay, let me try again. In progress and fail. If I send the packet twice, it will successful. So let me try and send packet. Every time I will send packet, we can see successful transaction. So okay, so in this lecture we have learned to use and configure a router, and also we have understood the requirement of using a routing device to connect two separate networking setups. So in the next lecture we will connect 3 routers in a network.